It's been a while since we've done one of these.
Well, let's see. We came back from SHOT Show. We had a few SHOT Show ones, and then we had Milson West, and then I was on vacation last week. Mm-hmm. So.
And now we're back. We don't have the energy we needed.
People are really upset. Okay. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's back to the Not So Round Table. Our apologies for not being up for a couple weeks. We've had a couple.
It's been a rough few weeks, as you pointed out. We posted on Facebook.
But we're here again, revisiting our helm of reasoning, going back to your guys' questions. You guys know how we do. You guys submit questions in previous videos and things. Those go into our helm of reasoning, and then we answer them in a completely,
unorthodox and unrehearsed, uncensored way.
Mm-hmm. Uncensored.
Yeah, totally uncensored.
Totally uncensored.
No one's cursed yet.
All right.
I'm just going to do it easily here, and we're just going to pick one up. Oh, I had one, and I lost it, and then I picked it up again. What's up? We have Wow123. Hey, Insert. Love the show. I was thinking if you could use only one piece of gear, i.e. vest, battle belt, hat, glove, boot, pouch, what would it be? One piece of gear. Sole piece of gear. So that means...
Okay, I got mine.
I got mine too. Boots.
Really?
Yeah. Could you imagine how much it would suck playing in bare feet?
Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine you're allowed shoes.
No. It says boot.
No, just one.
Just one boot. I'll choose my left boot.
Okay.
Because my right foot I can't feel as much underneath it for some weird reason.
I would choose gloves.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Well, no.
We're
under the impression that eye protection is a given.
Yeah.
Okay, that is not a selectable item.
All right, here, let's do it this way. Eye protection's a given. Okay. Footwear is a given.
Okay. You have to be wearing some sort of foot.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Gloves.
Gloves?
Yep, absolutely. I hate getting shot in the fingers. It sucks.
This is tough then. The boots was an easy answer. Gloves is a good answer. Honestly, I would say for me it would have to be something to protect your knees in a way. Like if you're playing CQB, you could run around with a Hicap Mags. You don't need anything up here.
Right.
Technically, I have iPro. But man, if you ever done that where you're take a knee on a bunch of BBs, you just hate life.
That sucks.
Yeah, but I'd much rather choose the gloves. But if I had to choose, I had to come up with a new answer. I'm gonna choose the knee pads.
All right. So for those of you that are rocking no glove hands, fools. All right. Glenn Ramakers asks, I got a, in parentheses, good question. Why is
that's not parentheses, that's brackets.
Sorry. Yeah, parentheses.
No, parentheses are little hash.
No, those are quotes.
That's quotation marks. You're right.
Why is the as seen on Evike TV patch $9,999? Because you're not supposed to buy it.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that you can be, you can receive the As Seen on Evike TV patch by being in an Evike video at an event, or by doing a video with us, or by receiving it at an event for us to give out to you. It's supposed to be unique and interesting and cool for you to have, and not just go out and buy one. That takes all the fun out of it.
You ever seen that?
So our intention was to make it so expensive that no one would want to buy one.
Yes, that's the idea, is no one would want to buy them. But then it's also cool because you could just kind of be like, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000.
So you're like,
yeah. So it's like Mayweather in that clip where just money.
That's exactly why we did it.
Yes, I'm referencing Floyd Mayweather in an insert. I think the world has come to an end.
Yep.
I don't know, that boxing fight will be pretty good though. Well, it's just
now it's not happening.
No, it's gonna happen. It's too late.
Oh, well.
Too late.
So there's your answer. I'm sorry, it's not a good one.
Find us if you find us at a field.
The insert patch is that
the insert one is going to be sold, and it is going to be affordable. They are not in yet. There is only one, and it is on my desk.
Instagram.
It's on my desk because that was our sample. So we're just.
But
waiting.
It is coming.
It is coming. Yes. We designed that in-house.
Insert Nation.
We spent some time on that, so that was probably one of our cooler designs lately. So we have more patches coming too of some creative stuff that we're coming up with.
Nice.
This is news to you, right?
Yep.
So
I was just like, not we, George.
Let's see here. Gecko Novice, dear insert. Where on earth can I find good Russian Soviet surplus gear? There are a few websites, but they are all in Russian and Ukraine, so I'm a little skeptical about their legitimacy. I have an AK-74, but the rest of my gear is all Marpat, so I want to find something that fits better, like a Russian or TTSKO.
You know, the guys to ask really are the guys that went to the Milson West game.
Yeah,
because
no,
all the guys that were on Russians.
Even, hit Desert Fox up with an email or hit
Or Chris Bass.
Call Sign Hollywood.
Yep.
They both purchased a lot of Russian kit for that Milson West game. That was a lot of fun. We haven't posted a video of it yet. We're working on as you can see from our trailer, we had a lot of fun with the Humvee. We still had fun, even with all the issues that we had.
I didn't know you guys changed a tire.
Yeah, it got those tires apparently have some defect issues where it doesn't puncture from anything, but they just sometimes the sidewall will just news to us. Yeah, we found this out, but I mean, we had everything to be able to change a tire,
and that was like super realism. You can't get more
You can't get more milsim than Humvee problems.
Yeah. Wow.
So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be a lot of fun. But do note that the Desert Fox and Call Sign Hollywood and Airsoft Unicorn all ran from the Humvee. They were
and we're all wearing Russian gear.
Yeah, they were all wearing Russian gear.
Yeah. Or wasn't Dave from Airsoft
Yep,
Obsessed?
Dave Bax.
He's also
all those guys were running some cool kit. So. We were sadly, I remember there was some discussion on the video, like, why are you guys on multicam? Because we were asked to go on multicam.
Well, there you go. Politics. Just kidding, it's not politics. Viper Hunter asks, hey, Ensert, specifically Matt. Well,
cool.
Have you ever lit someone up with a Hicap Mag because they weren't calling their hits?
Be honest.
The goal of this show is to be honest. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I knew the guy. There were the old days of Airsoft, the Wild West of Airsoft, where I started playing at an indoor field.
The good old days.
Well, I mean, referred affectionately by some
before fights broke out.
Right. There was a lot of
heated
torture play where you would just light each other up constantly.
Yep.
And I was in a situation with a guy that I knew, and he wasn't going to call his hits, so I wasn't going to call my hits, and then it became a just dump Hicap Mags into each other while walking forwards, and it was really heated, and I would never do that again. With that said, the best thing to do if somebody's not calling their hits is contact the ref on the field, whoever's in charge. That is the right thing to do. You don't always think of the right thing to do in the heat of the moment.
Very true.
I always have to remind myself to keep calm and cool, and if somebody doesn't want to play by the rules and they don't want to play by the rules, maybe they need a little incentive from my special mag.
The special mag.
Yep.
That's a good answer. Very, what's the word?
It was honest, but it was PC.
Yeah, honest and PC at the same time. Mr. Slightly Fishy, dear insert. Dual wielding.
Nice name.
Dual wielding pistol, and in parentheses, not quotation marks. Double pistols, pistol rifle, double rifle. What are your thoughts?
We've talked about.
Is it? No, never mind. All right, dual wielding. We talked
Akimbo,
about
right?
Yeah, Akimbo. Yeah. But I don't really want to get into the whole. I don't want to get that discussion going again. But let's think about dual wielding pistols. Pretty practical in Airsoft. You're just putting more BBs downrange.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it becomes challenging to figure out how to reload.
That's what I was going to say. Beside getting more rounds downrange, having to reload is then made difficult.
I mean, nothing will make you feel more like a movie star or an action star than dual wielding two shotguns and shooting.
True.
Like that. Nothing will make you feel like more like an action star than that.
Yeah.
So if you're going for that.
Oh, imagine using the APS 870s. Boom! That'd be awesome.
Then how would you pump it again? What should we tell people not to do?
That's
because
true.
It could break the.
That's true.
I'd say maybe a dual saws would probably be pretty cool. But that's on the cool side, it's very cool, but on the practicality side, it's not. And it also violates probably a lot of rules by fields.
Depending on the field.
Yeah, they may be cool with dual wielding pistols, but like rifle, shotgun, all that stuff, they might not be okay with because it could maybe be considered an unfair advantage or irritate some other players. And as we've learned since we both started airsofting of the OG days, where there were heated fistfights or there were heated discussions.
You just don't want to do that.
You don't want to. Honestly, do I prefer airsoft then or now?
Depends on the day.
It depends on the day because there were some pretty bad days.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a right-handed shooter, and so I find myself favoring the focus on my right eye. So if I'm dual wielding, I'm not really focusing on what my left hand is doing. So even if I was dual wielding, I don't know that I'd really be able to aim all that well with it anyways. So really, it's just there to make noise while I aim with my right hand. Going on into the next question.
Wow.
Sorry, I've been watching Steve Jessup.
That was random.
Maxia Maru asks, I love Insert. It's the best show on YouTube. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
That does. We will get you an insert patch ASAP.
What would you guys recommend for a high-speed loadout? In parentheses, plate carrier versus chest rig, knee pads, gloves, helmet, eye and face pro, etc. We've talked about this on several occasions, but
chest rig.
High speed is dependent on what your environment is. I mean, all of your loadouts are going to be dependent in some fashion on where you're playing. But what would you do for a just bare bones high speed? Let's say you're going with an SMG or pistol.
I would just do SMG or pistol. That's a good one.
Like keep it super light.
I would just do a battle belt then at that time because I mean, sorry,
it's okay. It's the balls.
Yeah, the balls.
What would that be?
So I would just do a battle belt because that's your second. I don't know if that's your second line. I think, and the cool thing is you could always add to it. But for pistol, certainly you don't need anything more than battle belt. For SMG, the mags are not that much bigger, and some cases you don't even have to change the pouches around.
Right.
So,
right.
I would do that honestly. That's a really good question though.
I'm gonna give a similar response. I think a battle belt keeps the weight down low, especially in really high speed or CQB stuff. Upper movement is important, and having more stuff on your torso is going to make it difficult to maneuver. Yeah. So if you're trying to be as fast as possible, keeping your weight lower is more important. And if you're doing high-speed stuff, you're not so concerned with longevity in terms of being able to reload. So you're probably not going to carry 8 to 10 mags.
You're probably not carrying water. You're probably not carrying 8 to 10 mags. One cool thing I thought of, this was something that was really interesting in the Bill Sim West game, is a lot of people, especially on the NATO side, showed up with plate carriers, showed up with all this gear that they used to having to mount sights.
Right.
But
you're only allowed.
No, I mean, what I was like, we knew a lot of our equipment was going to be in the Humvee, so most of us kitted down. All I had was a plate carrier, my D3 CR on my plate carrier. I actually switched after about a half an hour. I threw my plate carrier off, threw it in the back, and just put my D3 on. It was so much easier because I was driving the vehicle so much, and I actually noticed a lot of people who were set up for like a recce style, which would be like a boonie hat and chest rig, small loadout, were actually doing a lot better than the people who were fully kitted out. The only reason that all the Humvee crew was wearing helmets for the most part is because things bouncing around, you get your head hit. That's where you want to. If not, I probably would have thrown a boonie hat on or no hat at all,
right,
and just been really simple, bare bones. So I mean, that's something to always think about is your environment. When you're in a woods environment, you don't necessarily need all that bulk, to go with it. That's my thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Makes you want a D3, doesn't it?
It does.
They are nice.
They are. They're expensive.
This is an OG question.
OG?
Troll Friend 21 asks, I'd like to hear more about trigger control and ammo conservation.
Okay. I don't really want to speak on that.
yeah. Ignore him.
I don't conserve ammo well.
Here's one thing that was cool about the Milsom West game that we just got back from. I'm referencing this because it's fresh in my mind. They issue you BBs in like these little Ziploc bags. Yeah, no, seriously. Okay. And they only fill 3 magazines, 3 mid caps.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I was running, my setup was 3 mags in my D3. I had my pistol, my radio on me, so a pistol mag, plus a flashlight, which was my IR flashlight, and a med kit for if I got shot in the game. Anyway, and it worked really well, but the point is, you got to be really careful what you're shooting at. Like, I only used full auto when I knew I had to put a lot of rounds down range. If not, I'd be very conservative and just let the 240 do the work, because we didn't want to use too much ammo with our riflemen. So very, those kind of games where there's ammo limitations, you got to be very careful. And I mean, I've always been a proponent of, if you can shoot semi, shoot a semi. If you need to go full auto for a moment, just do it for a moment. That's
one of the things that I've noticed after going to a couple Milsim events is that events that require riflemen to shoot semi, there's a lot of debate on whether that's appropriate or not. But one thing I've noticed is that by forcing your riflemen to go to semi-auto, that means that your support gunners are actually able to fulfill a role for which the gun is designed.
Yeah, and
support gunners can put more rounds down range, and that's the point of full auto. It's not really to hit people. I mean, although taking other players out is a great added bonus. Really, what it's to do is to keep other teams suppressed so that your riflemen can move. So in terms of trigger control as a rifleman, if you've got a support gunner that can lay down cover fire for you so that you can move up and gain an angle on somebody where you don't have to take a lot of shots, all the better.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I completely forgot about that. And I actually do enjoy, that was my question. It's your answer. I really do enjoy games that promote the use of saws in the right way. Mm-hmm. That's a long question.
It is. I'll go through it quickly.
It's okay.
Benjamin Ty. I don't know why I think this guy's British, because he says hello instead of hello. Anyway, hello, Matt and George. Happy New Year. I was just wondering if you guys liked. Well, this is kind of old.
Yeah.
Wear helmets for comms in Airsoft with a cap. Well, now I understand. I understand that if you wear a helmet with one, then it's fully secured on your head. Well, wearing one with a cap, I found it was prone to falling off when I start to move more rapidly. So what do you guys do? And the headset I got was a Z-Comtac 2.
I think that's
the one that
has
the one ear with the boom.
Yeah. Honestly, what we've been running for comms recently has been all the Code Red stuff.
Right.
Which Code Red headsets make very good quality stuff, water resistant, which is nice. And so those items, whether it's the throat mic or the speaker mic, all use like that little earpiece that goes in your ear.
Right.
So we really have been using those a lot lately. The only time I was using my Swordens was I used my Swordens at Milsim West, but not during the game. I only used them during the drive because listening to the Humvee at 60, 70 miles per hour for 4 hours gets a little ridiculous. You actually just put your ear pro on, you can finally relax a little bit. But I do wear my ear pro when I go to games that have a lot of pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Just to protect my ears.
Now he's referencing wearing a hat.
Yeah, a hat. But they don't. It's really weird. Sometimes if they're not set up the right way, they can fall off.
Well, what you can do, what I used to do is I used to use the Z-Comtac one ear with the boom, and then it had like the fabric and elastic head straps. I would put that on before the hat. And then put the hat over that strap apparatus. And then if I was wearing, goggles or eye pro, then I'd put that over the hat.
Yeah.
So that would, in effect, hold everything down. So if I did have to move quickly, I could do that. The one thing I didn't like about doing that, though, is I used to love wearing like flakjacks or the larger eye pro because it's got a wide field of vision. Is if you're wearing a baseball cap, those get in the way. So more often than not, I'd actually wear my baseball cap backwards. It's the same thing with a boonie hat. The boonie hat just gets in the way of the goggles. So you just have to get creative with what layer you're putting the comm headset on, and then fitting your head protection over that.
That's a really good answer.
Thank you.
I haven't worn one of those in a long time.
Well, now that I've got the helmet, I really have no reason to go back. It's so comfortable.
Yeah. All right, this is the last question. And it's... This is very simple. Chris Matash asks, Dear Insert, throwing knives, why or why not?
Absolutely.
Absolutely throwing knives is fun.
Absolutely not.
What?
It's a horrible idea.
What? No, rubber knives is what he's referring to.
Dude, you can't... Okay,
it's cool. Reference. Hold on. Let me.
Okay.
Airsoft murder. It was allowed. You were allowed to throw knives because it was you use that. So
but that was a small group of people where everyone agreed on the rules.
It just said why or why not.
Okay.
So I'm saying this is why.
Okay.
Now you give your answer for why not.
Okay. Being that it's a throwing knife, people already have issues calling their hits with BBs. If they don't see or feel if they don't see and or feel you throw the knife, A, they may not call it. B, you may not get your knife back if they pick it up and run off with it. And C, there's so much more danger with throwing a larger object like that. What happens if somebody so happens to trip at the same time and gets whacked in the face with it, or there's just a million and one things that could go wrong. So, I mean, unless you're with a small group of people that all agree on the same rules,
it was part of the game,
right? I would suggest against it.
That's a good answer. I think that cuts this episode.
I'm sorry.
This episode's done.
Such a Debbie Downer.
It's not a Debbie Downer. I'm always thinking about the fun right now. I'm rested. I'm happy because I'm back from vacation, and then got an event tomorrow. New Horizons tomorrow. But by the time this goes up, New Horizons will be past. Check out the Ruckahula games coming back up. We're gonna be going to that. Are you gonna go to that?
I hope so.
Well, dude. All right. Well, wait. That's the same weekend you'll be at SS Airsoft.
Damn it.
But you're going to SS Airsoft.
I know.
I'm a little jealous of that.
But the Ruckahula game's also really cool.
Yeah, but you've been there. You haven't been to SS Airsoft before. So it's different. So, Matt, we'll see you guys at SS Airsoft April 5th.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Around that weekend.
Yep.
And I will be at Ruckahula.
Mm-hmm. And look forward to more inserts coming your way, as well as future events. We did a video recently talking about the events we're coming up to. So, see you guys later.
Put your new questions in the comments below.
Oh, yeah, that too. Do that.
We need questions. We need a lot of questions.